Hey everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So I wanted to just touch on a few things that I didn't get to touch on in my previous video regarding Without a Crystal Ball, Katie Joy. The first thing that I wanted to touch on was a thread and a particular tweet that was within that thread. And it read, "You are not an advocate if you take the side of one parent over the other. There are no sides in the well-being of children. You are not an advocate if you rely on hearsay to form your opinion. You are not an advocate just because you say you are an advocate." Now, this particular tweet was within a thread that was in response to a video that another YouTuber made by the name of 10 to Life. I think her real name is Angelica. But basically, in this video, 10 to Life pretty much schooled Katie Joy with a lot of very factual information. I'll try to find the video and leave a link to it down below, or I'll just leave a link to her channel down below. But I think this was Katie Joy's response to that, because she was kind of mad that somebody was calling her on her BS. The next thing that I wanted to touch on is the monetization of Katie Joy's videos. Now, I understand monetizing videos, especially if you consider that a source of income, which most YouTubers do. They consider that a source of income. So I don't necessarily see anything wrong with monetizing videos. However, I do see a problem with her monetizing her videos as much as she does. Every video that she has done on this topic, she has monetized. Every live stream that she has done on this topic, she has gotten some financial gain from it through, super chats, and then her members only comment section, things of that nature. Now, for me, it's kind of a blurred line, because I understand that, she's trying to come at it from a journalistic point of view. And anytime a journalist speaks on something, no matter how heinous the topic is, they do get some compensation for their time and work put into that. But Katie Joy, I do not consider an actual journalist. Half the time the information that she's spreading is misinformation, and it's very one-sided. She does not give unbiased information. And we have seen this very blatantly with how she's handling the Sophie Long situation. She's very one-sided to the mother's side, tries to paint the father as being just completely horrible. And I'm not here to say that the mother's right or the father's right, because like I said in my last video, at the end of the day, the only voice that matters is the child's voice. And I feel like at this point, with her videos, she's so caught up with making the father look bad and painting the mother in such a good light that it's muddled out the actual person that matters in this situation. But again, back to the monetization thing. If she had just monetized a few videos, I wouldn't see such a big deal in it. But it's the fact that she's getting such financial gain off of this, and this seems to be a topic that she just goes on and on and on about a whole lot to get that financial gain. To me, that seems a little screwed up. There's a point where it becomes too much. And I know some are going to be like, oh, well, she donated all that money. And while, yes, that is true, she did donate a little over $800 to a website called classy.org that was on behalf of the Sophie Long case. I kind of feel like this was a save face. This was a, look at me, I'm not as bad of a person as y'all think I am. And the fact that only after people started calling her out for monetizing her videos on this is when she decided to say, oh, but look, I donated all this money. The third thing that I wanted to touch on, and maybe this is just me, I don't know if anybody else has felt this way, but I've tried to watch her videos, I've tried to watch her live streams, and maybe it's just me, but I feel such a disconnect. The only example I can give is I also watch XB Beast Boy's live streams. And if you watch his live streams, He gets very much engaged with his audience. It is really like you're sitting there with a friend, chilling and having a conversation. And like you can just see it in his face that he's there with his audience. And sorry if the way I'm explaining this doesn't make a bit of sense, but this is the only way I know how to explain it. With her, watching her live streams, it doesn't seem like there's a connection there with her audience. You know, unless you're, you know, a super fan or, you know, a members only fan and you're paying her for her to answer your questions. Which, and in that itself, I think is kind of messed up. Like, you should also allow people who are not members to be able to ask a question or at least respond to their questions. But yes, just in the way that she speaks and the way that she acts in her live streams, I just feel like she's not there. Like there's just this huge disconnect. I almost felt uncomfortable watching her. Like just her presence, her aura just seemed so cold and like uncaring. And I know that sounds weird because I'm just looking at her through a screen, but maybe this makes sense for other people. I also kind of feel like she's one of these people that is so wrapped up in her opinion, and like she has to be right. She has to be like the way she feels and the things that she said about certain people has to be correct so that she doesn't look bad. So even if she's presented with evidence that that counteracts that or counteracts her belief, she will still like find a way to like push it away and just not even acknowledge it. My opinion on her still stands. I don't think she's a good person. I don't think she has the best intentions at heart. But that's really all I wanted to say. Those are just the 3 things that I wanted to touch on. I hope y'all enjoyed this quick little video. Just kind of wrapping up my previous video. And I will see y'all all next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps out my channel a lot. Bye.